Hello there. We're going to work on Pythagoras' theorem, which is a squared equals b squared plus c squared, which is used to find the unknown length side of a triangle. The formula that Sally Ann was talking about is where a is the hypotenuse and b and c are the two sides which are next to the 90-degree corner. The formula can also be rearranged so that we can make b and c the subject of the equation. So I can take a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared, and I can take the b squared away from one side, leaving my c, so therefore c squared is equal to a squared minus b squared. Or I can also do the same, c squared, I can take the c squared away from the a, so therefore b squared is equal to a squared minus c squared. So there's really three different ways of using the formula. The first is to do with trying to find the hypotenuse side, which is the a side. So this is the first formula you use. If you needed to find one of the other sides for your triangle, for example the b side, then we'd use this formula. And if we had to find the c side, then we'd use this formula. So looking at the problem, you have to decide which one of the formulas you're going to use. So let's have a look at the first example here. You've got a triangle which has got a base of 4, side of 3, and the hypotenuse is equal to a. And we have to find the value of a. So which formula I'm going to use? Well, looking at the top, I'll use my first formula, which is a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared. And my value of b, which is going to be equal to 4, and my value of c is equal to 3. Now, they're interchangeable. It doesn't matter which one's a, which one's b, or which one's c. But in this case here, I'll just go b for bottom or base, and my c is going to be my side. So I substitute those values into my equation. So therefore, a squared is equal to b squared. It's going to be 4 squared plus 3 squared. So I'm going to end up with 16 plus 9. Add them together and I get 25. Now to finish off the problem, I need to take the square root of both sides. So therefore I have to go a is equal to the square root of 25, which is equal to 5, and I put the units on the end, which is going to be equal to 5 meters. For b, we have to try and find the side which is next to the hypotenuse, the b side. So I can label my diagram. I can call my A is the hypotenuse side. This is going to be my B, and I'll interchange this and make that my C side. So the formula that I'm after is B squared equals A squared minus C squared. So I'll take my formula. B squared is equal to A squared minus C squared. My value of A is equal to 15 centimeters. My value of C is equal to 12 centimeters. So I substitute that into my formula, and my value is 15 squared minus 12 squared. So 15 times 15 is 225, and 12 times 12 is 144. Subtract those two, and I end up with 81. So to finish off my problem, I have to take the square root of both sides, so therefore b is equal to the square root of 81, which is equal to 9. Okay, now there's a few problems which I've listed on the page for you to try, and that's just using those one of those three formulas to try and work out an unknown side for a right angle triangle. But just remember, the triangle has to have a right angle in it for this formula to be used, so we have to have a right angle in the corner. If we don't have a right angle in the corner, then we can't use this formula to work out the unknown side.